Hello, my name is Emma Fawcett and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in Newton Abbey, Belfast, Northern Ireland. Thank you so much for joining me today in Emma's Crafty Space. Today I am going to be showing you how to make this cute little origami fold box. I have seen a lot of German demonstrators, very talented demonstrators at that, have posted photographs of these on Instagram and that, but I could never find any tutorials. And then one of them actually had it opened up, so I've tried to put it together. It's maybe not as neat as what theirs would be, but I just thought I would have a go at it, and hopefully you'll be able to follow along in this tutorial and maybe try and make your own. For this one I am using the Sparkle of the Season stamp set, so that is the stamps, and then the dies are called seasonal swirl dies. So you can see there's quite a lot actually of dies in there, basically for every season. You've got Halloween, Christmas, summer, you've got everything in there. So it's quite a very versatile wee stamp set. And then you can see the greetings as well, have this lovely mixed font as well. So we'll get going with this one. So I'm going to use Balmy Blue for this one, and the cardstock is going to be cut to 11 inches and then just the full width of a RA4 page in the UK here. So 11. Okay. So sorry, the width of our A4. Now obviously it doesn't matter what that width is. The length is really what you need to concentrate on. So the width of our A4 here in the UK is 8 1/4. But that just is going to have a bearing on this size. It's not going to have a bearing on the whole length of the page, so that's why you really don't need to worry too much about the width. You'll just be making the box thinner that way if you have your short side shorter. So projects like this I find easier to do on my scoreboard just because there's so many score lines on it. So what you're going to do first is you are going to score in 2 inches from both sides, like this. Not round like that. Okay, then you're going to turn it onto the 11-inch side, and you need to really pay attention to this because there's some of the score lines you're going to be going from top to bottom, and some of them you're only going to be doing this middle section, and then there's going to be one score where we're just making a mark. So your first score line, and it's from top to bottom, is 1 1/2. Your second one is 3. Okay. Then you are just going to put a little mark at 5 1/2. Okay, it's just a little mark there. I'm just going to turn that and do it here as well, just while I know I'm at my 5 1/2. Okay, then you are going to go 8 and 9 1/2. So they're full length. So that's 8 and then 9 1/2. Okay, so I'll talk you through that again. So we have done 2 inches from this side, 2 inches from that side. We have done full lengths. We have done 1 1/2 inches, 3 inches, a little mark at 5 1/2, and then we turned it and done 5 1/2 on that end too. Then we are done full lines at 8 inches and full lines at 9 inches. Okay, then you are going to just gently crease that, and we're going to go to 4 1/4, and we're going to go to 6 3/4. Okay, so we'll do that again. Just folded that gently, and we've marked a 4 1/4 and 6 3/4. Then you're going to fold that out, put your little pokey tool there, and you're going to score down to that other line. Okay, and the same with that. So that's giving you those inner score lines. So hopefully that was okay for you to follow on. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we are going to get our Stampin Piercing map, okay, and a ruler, and still your scoring tool. So what you're going to do is you are going to make your zigzag creases now. So get your ruler and just go from this point to this point, okay, and then from that little 5 1/2 mark that you made there to there. So I'll move the mirror or the ruler out of the way so you can see I've done my 2 diagonal lines. You're going to turn the ruler and we're going to go the other way now. So from tip to tip, okay, and then from here to here. So it will become clear whenever we get this all folded out. Okay, and then you're going to repeat that on the bottom here. So from this tip to here, I'm just finding using my mat a bit easier because means then you can get a definite score line there. And then from here to the little mark that you made at 5.5 inches. Okay, turn your ruler and you're going to go from here to here. So you're doing like W's. And then your last one is going to be from here to here. Say I just like using my mat because it means then that you can get a definite score. Okay, so that is what it looks like whenever it's all scored out and you have all your lines in place. Next thing you're going to do is we're going to take away each of these rectangles in each corner. Okay, so just going straight up your score lines. You don't need to do any wedging or anything like that. You can use your trimmer if you want really precise lines, but just for the purpose of the video, I'm just doing this because it's quicker. Put those in your scrap drawer. Then I'm going to get my corner rounder and I'm going to push this right into that corner and get around the corners here just to make it a bit neater looking. Make sure you have it all lined up on both sides. Okay, and I'm going to do it on this side too. Now I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. Now there is little snowflakes in this suite here as well, so I'm just going to stamp that Balmy Blue on Balmy Blue. Just going to do it a wee bit kind of haphazard, no design to it, or just try and be as random as you possibly can. Okay, so I find it sometimes very hard to do random stamping, but the more random you can do it, the better. There is actually a really lovely snowflake design in this card kit here, and the little snowflake images in it are absolutely lovely, and they would be just as nice on it, I have to say. But I just thought, because I'm working with Sparkle of the Season, I would use that. So next thing you're going to do is you're going to grab a bone folder and you're going to crease your lines. Now do not worry about these middle sections, we'll get them sorted out later on. So just try and leave your diagonal ones, just get all your straight and easy ones done here first. Okay. Okay, so now this is where things get a little bit tricky. Now this is an origami fold, so technically you shouldn't need glue, but me personally, I will be putting a little bit of glue on this just to kind of toughen it up a wee bit. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to place your two fingers on this triangle and this rectangle. Okay, and then you're going to bring that up and you're just going to kind of give it a little bit of a push in. Okay, then this one here is going to go that way. Okay, so if you look, it will start to kind of go on itself. So finger in this rectangle and finger on this triangle, and this is just us getting it started and just softening up those crease lines. Okay, and again push it back on itself. So basically we want this triangle here to be up and out, so that whenever that opens, it's going to push that triangle up. Okay, so we'll repeat that process on this side. So we're going to lay that down, finger on this rectangle and on this triangle, bring that up, then kind of nip that like with those two fingers, but push that in on itself there. So you can see there I'm getting that triangle. Okay, finger in this rectangle and this triangle. Just pull it up on itself, ease it in, and again then push that back on itself like that, and you're getting that triangle. So whenever that is flat and you start to roll it, you can see then that it opens up, and that's where you can put all your gifts. So say I am going to put a little bit of glue on mine. I know it probably defeats the purpose of it being our origami, but for me it just makes the box a little bit more sturdier. But as I say, you can see I'm not really putting that too much on, but I'm literally just doing those triangles or rectangles, sorry. So I'm just holding this in place to give that glue a little bit time to bond. If you want to, you could wedge down that edge a wee bit, but I haven't found that I've needed to. Okay, so whenever that's like that, you can see then it all just opens up. So actually, whenever you see it, it is quite a substantial size. You know, you can fit quite a lot in there. Like there's plenty of space in there for other things. Okay, and then this is how we get that lovely shape on the end here, okay? So now that you have it like this, you can see now you can crease these edges, whereas those are the ones that we couldn't get to before. So they're easy to get to now. So it doesn't matter what side you're going to use here because we've corner rounded both. But you're basically going to tuck one in, one side in like that, and then bring that round over the top and bring this score line to be on top of that score line. So then whenever you turn it on the side, you've got that lovely wee kind of house kind of design there. So if I do it that way, then tuck that in. So you're measuring, you're lining this score line up with the apex of the triangle, and you're bringing that round like that. So yeah, very simple whenever you know how, obviously. And then I'm teaming it up with the glittered organdy ribbon. So you can see there that nice iridescent sparkle on that glitter, or that ribbon, sorry, on that glitter. Now one side's obviously more glitter than the other because that's the side the glitter is on. So just you might need someone to give you a hand just to hold this, just to tie your ribbon. Okay, and you can do it off center or you can do it over the center. It is entirely up to you. I think my ribbon's twisted. No, it's grand. So just tie it up. Now don't pull too tight because you want that to be the straight with then the triangular lid on it, so it looks like a roof of a house. So don't be pulling it too tight. But you want those, you know, you want it to be straight there, and then you can kind of just play about with it. The glitter does come off that ribbon a little bit. So that is our box together. Now all you need to do is decorate it. So I have pre-cut these. So these are just some of the wreaths out of that seasonal swirl dies. So and I've actually cut this. You can't really use it. The camera definitely won't pick it up because it's so subtle, but this is a shimmery white cardstock. So I want to be able to see the ribbon running up the back of that. So how I'm going to attach this is I'm going to do a little glue dot in here and a little glue dot at this side. And it means then that whenever you untie the box, you just have to feed the ribbon up around the back of it. But you still get that nice wreath, and you're not covering the wreath with any ribbon. I'm trying to find my glue dots on the reel. So I'm going to put a glue dot here and just kind of squish it up a bit so you can't see it and it's not overhanging the edge of the wreath. Then one at this side. So I'm going to go, now you want the wreath to keep its shape, so let it relax and then just press it down. Okay. And I'm going to do this one here. I have cut out with just the silver foil card. Again, I'm going to squidge my glue dots up. Now you could use mini dimensionals, but you might have to trim around them and stuff because the stars aren't massive. I just think the glue dots still, although they're quite thin, they still give you a little bit of dimension, and especially then if you have kind of roll them up on themselves, they still give you a bit of lift. So I don't know if you can see the ribbon still in the background there. Okay, then I've already pre-stamped this, so I've pre-stamped it in Misty Moonlight, and then I just added a couple of the little snowflaked images with Balmy Blue as well. And the little tag itself is out of the Give It a Whirl dies that I've been working with lately. So I am actually going to nestle that in there. Do you know, I'm just trying to decide what way I want to do it, because I want you want to be able to thread your ribbon in the back. So I am going to put a glue dot in the back here on this holly leaf here, and it means then it'll hold that little tag in place. So just going to set it there. And I'll lift that, and it means then I can push that little tag in the back there, like that. Just make sure it's straight. Okay. And that is it, done. So you can see it is very simple and very quick, even though I have scoured the place trying to find a tutorial for it. As I say, one of the demonstrators just happened to post a photograph of it opened, so I was able to try and decipher it. So that is it in Misty Moonlight, and that is it in Balmy Blue. So very cute and very easy. There's the end profiles of them. So a bit of a wow project, I think, and whoever designed it is absolutely amazing. As I say, there's been no credit given to any photographs that I've seen of it. So hopefully someone can maybe shout out who actually designed it. Obviously it would be nice using the seasonal swirl dies, you know, actually doing it in a Christmas wreath, and more like traditional, like do it as a wreath rather than I've done it kind of like an icy theme. So you could just do it in like your traditional browns and greens and reds. But yeah, really cute wee project. Probably a lot harder than to make, looks a lot harder than what it actually is to make. Hopefully I've explained it right and you will be able to follow along and create your own. But I will make a wee list of everything that I've used in the comments below. There's also a link to my online store there. If you don't have a demonstrator of your own, then you'll be able to jump on there and order what you need. That would be lovely. And thank you so much for joining me. Take care. Bye bye.